Hi guys, welcome back. I've talked about this for a while, but finally here is my map I've been working on for the past year. Now mind you, that year wasn't 24/7. I probably took months off at a time, but still took a year. Now this is the map for my event I'm having, the Bloodbath in September. I've already printed the 6 copies. It's pretty much the basic map. This is OOB size of 32 by 70, but the important changes were just not just the colors, but the territory sizes. Africa was made very small, except for Northern Africa, which actually is bigger. Egypt's big, Morocco's big, Gibraltar's big. Then you go to Europe, and all these territories are extremely bigger. I chose this color scheme to better suit the historical maps I found online for war rooms and such. Pretty much they were all in the yellow colors. Though I was talked out of making the water yellow, which it originally was. A light, it was like almost white, but I did get talked into adding this water here, and then you can see it's got this nice water texture on there. Now, as far as changes were, all the sea zones are the same, the territories are the same. There wasn't any border changes. But like I said, they were made bigger, but there were a couple territory IPC changes, and that was just because mainly in first edition, Allies had more options to build major factories, and when second edition came, those rules changed, but the territories did not change. So out of box, the only 2 possible places the Allies are allowed to build a major factory is in Malaya and Guangdong, and we all know that they will never have the money to build a major factory there. So the changes were made. One for Anzac, where Victoria was made to 0 and New South Wales was increased to 3. That just gives the option. Probably will never happen, but the option is there. Soviet Far East was made to 0, while you step back over here in Ukraine was changed to 3. Like I said, just to give the option. And for UK, not really sure how to say that, but we're going to call it T territory, was made to 0, while Egypt was bumped to 3. Like I said, that was just to give the option. Felt it was quite unfair that after second edition came out, Allies really had no options to build major facilities any longer. You can see the sea zones are bigger here. United Kingdom is pretty big. I will do a setup video as well, but I didn't want to get in the way of, I don't want to have pieces in the way of some of the other stuff. Territory changes as far as spelling corrections. In the out of box, Hopi is spelled wrong, so now it is spelled correctly. Also, Anhui was spelled incorrectly on OOB. Honolulu, it was on the wrong island. Now that has been corrected. Iwo Jima is the correct island, facing the right direction. Okinawa is actually the shape of the right island. Taiwan actually looks like island of Taiwan. Calcutta was moved to the right location. In addition to showing the actual roads, it wasn't just the Burma Road. In the OOB, the directions, not the directions, but the bonus income for China is the Burma Road is open. Well, the Burma Road technically was only in Burma. But it goes from the Lido Road, which went to Burma, and then from Burma went to Chongqing. So that was fixed. Now let me see, what was... I could have sworn there was some other weird thing over here that was wrong, but it's been so long, it's really hard to remember everything that was wrong. As far as I know, everything has been fixed. Also, I have yet to do it. Make the China video I know I'll be talking about, because China introduces cavalry. You know, the game does not represent the 200,000 cavalry units that China possessed during the war, but also who had cavalry was Mongolia. So you see now the standing army has changed to 2 cavalry, infantry, and 2 cavalry. But I'll get into that on a separate video. As far as the art goes, like I said, it's all original. Everything has been redone, even down to the kamikaze symbols, the convoy symbols. Man, I just know I'm forgetting a lot of stuff, but mainly just wanted to show it off. I know it's been a long time. Talked about it on the forums for quite a while. You can see added the Union Jack for Pacific. The Italy was also changed. And Canada, we just started introducing Canada into our games. Basically, if London falls, Canada then takes over, starting with they start making 7 IPCs, and so these up here are Canadian Randalls, as well as Western Canada was also changed to represent Canada. And just for fun, added some cities, just to make it more look, you know, a little more like a map. Added some just stuff that happened during the war. So we have Minsk, Kirk, Kiev, Munich, you know, just a lot of cities that were over here. Well, I can't think of anything else to say about the map other than this is it. Oh, you can see also the seas, the oceans. Those were labeled in here as well. It's kind of fun seeing where stuff is that happened. You know, we got here. We have Guadalcanal, Bataan. You hear about the Bataan Death March. Just various spots on here. You know, as you're playing the game, you can be like, oh yeah, there's that. You know, there's that town. Let me think here. Oh, I guess that's it. I don't want to just ramble on, so we'll just wrap this up. Hopefully this video comes out okay. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm getting a new camera, which I did. I am shooting on my Canon now versus my cell phone. This is the first time really testing out this built-in mic, but this camera does have an option to plug in a external mic if this mic sucks. So we will find out. Man, I just want to forget anything, but I guess it doesn't really matter. If I forget anything, I can cover it in another video when I do to show the setups. When I do the setups, I will do it in the out-of-box pieces. That way you can just kind of get a better feel of what it would probably look like on your home game. I know we all don't paint the pieces. But if anybody was interested, I'd be more than happy to set it up with the painted pieces. Oh, and of course, had to add the adjacent to territories, like a young grasshopper added on his map. Because quite honestly, we don't do that a lot cross oceans. So, but when we do before, it always sometimes you had to get the rule book out. Like which one is this? Oh, strict neutrals added just a invisible, kind of a visible roundel here. Just for fun, kind of give it like a empty look. You know, they're not yet been, you know, who knows what they're going to become. Also, been meaning to make some roundels that were pro-Axis and pro-Allied. That way, when a strict neutral did get activated, we can go around and, you know, start chipping pro-Axis or pro-Ally. Just because sometimes you do forget, you know, you don't realize your other player activated them for you, and you just sometimes you forget to go get them. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Take care, and we will see you soon.